ideas that fuel Gorbarov's music.
Satan.
Woohoo! My God, this is the hour! Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to the hour. That clip off the top is from the documentary Metal, A Headbanger's Journey. That guy is from a Norwegian black metal band. And why did we start with him? Well, crack out your calendar or look at your little palm. June 6th, 06. Today is 666, the number of the beast. And that beast, according to the Christian, Mr. Horns, Mr. Tail himself. I'm talking about the devil. So, with today being what it is, tonight's show is all about Satan and evil. If you're curious about why 666 is even the devil's number in the first place, we will tell you the real history behind it. And it pops up in the weirdest places. Like, really, some of these coincidences get very creepy. And also, the band that inspired this day is Slayer. So we talk to Slayer and find out what the hell they're up to on this day. You know how people say that heavy metal ruins kids? And what they meant was Slayer is ruining the kids. And fans are calling today the National Day of Slayer. Plus, you may have heard of the Church of Satan and Satanists. Well, tonight, we will talk to the current high priest. He is the Black Pope of the Church of Satan. And what he has to say, well, it may surprise you. But before we get into it, I want to warn you. Parts of this show may upset you or make you mad. If you're the kind of person who's worried about the things your kids see in this context, then don't let them watch TV tonight. I mean, PVR the show, watch it later. But in essence, tonight's show is like any other show we do. It's news and it's jokes. And we try to give you information, make you look cool in the bars later on. So on that note, it's the fallen angel, my friends, the story of Satan. While God was busy making light. Oh, wait, let me do it like he would have. Let there be light. Pretty good, God. Anyway, he also made the archangel Lucifer. Archangels are powerful, and Lucifer means light giver. He was God's most beloved angel. But then, well, then the greatest sin of all got involved, and pride reared its ugly head. You see, Lucifer kind of liked what God had going on with the whole big pimping thing and decided, yeah, man, I want a piece of the King of Heaven business. So he rallied an army of darkness against the Lord. Now, God, as gregarious as he is, wasn't really up for that, so he sent out an army of warriors to fight the good fight. And like most Christian stories, good triumphs over evil, right? Well, anyway, Lucifer lost, so God kicked him out of the joint and sent him straight to hell, where he got a bit of a name change, and we started calling him Satan, which means adversary. Now, while all of this was going on down here on Earth, Adam and his little lady friend, the one who came from his rib, Eve, they were just hanging around the Garden of Eden, everybody being naked, doing their thing, and they were just looking at the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And just looking, because God said, don't touch the tree. Satan said, I see an opportunity, decided to take a little trip to quote-unquote paradise, and with a few flicks of his forked tongue, he convinced Eve to take a bite of the forbidden fruit, which led man to something called original sin. Now, Satan didn't just rest on his laurels of ruining everybody. No, he's been busy. He's been blamed for lots of misery in this world, worked on a couple of contract deals with the Rolling Stones and Robert Johnson. Now, in a strange way, all of that keeps the churches full, because while the people are scared of some Satan character, well, you'll have lots of enrollment to try to keep the devil down. So there you go, the story of Satan, contract deals for the Rolling Stones and Robert Johnson, the idea that you sell your soul to the devil in exchange for unbelievable, undeniable talent. Google them if you want to hear interesting stories about the real rock and roll myth. But what about the people who follow the satanic belief system? Are they devil worshippers? Or do they actually just have a different philosophy on life? The Church of Satan was founded by this guy, Anton Sander LaVey, back in San Francisco, 1966. That cat right there with the, is that a burger? No, that's a skull. He was the head of the Church of Satan for 30 years until his death in 1997. And now the church operates out of New York in Hell's Kitchen neighborhood, obvious. And the high priest is Peter Gilmore. So, Peter, let's break it right down. Some of the myths of the Church of Satan. You don't actually believe in Satan, do you?
Right. We're not devil worshippers. We're Satanists. We start off being atheists and then decide that we are our own gods, the center of the universe. And so Satan for us is a symbol of freedom, liberty, and pride, which we think is a wonderful thing.
Well, now why Satan? I mean, you could have been inspired by Dylan, you could have been inspired by Shakespeare, and you would have had way less hassle. Why did somebody go, you know that guy that everybody hates in the Bible? That's the guy. Why him?
Well, Satan trumps all of those folks, first of all, and we're certainly good showbiz folk, as all people in religions are, although we're the only ones who admit it. And Satan in Hebrew means adversary, and we are the adversaries for all of those spiritual religions that tell people to wait for some afterlife and waste their current lives. We don't think that you live after death, so you